So now let's get the team news from Marty Morrissey.
Thank you very much, Michael. Let's start with the Dublin team. The big news is that Stephen Cluxton will not play due to that rib injury he picked up against Longford. So stepping into the light is Ballymun-Kickham's man Evan Comerford. He's only 20 years of age and won an under-21 All-Ireland medal last year. Cool as Michael Fitzsimons, an all-star fullback 2017, will man the edge of the square with Philly McMahon and Eric Lowndes right beside him. Brian Howard from Raheny is building a big reputation as a very talented footballer in his first championship season, and he starts this Leinster final at right half back. Dublin have a very strong centre field partnership in Brian Fenton and Michael Dara McCauley. Brian Fenton's record is amazing. He's never lost a championship match since emerging onto the scene in 2015. Conor Callaghan leads the champions attack with Niall Scully and Kieran Kilkenny on the wings. Dean Rock is top scorer as usual with 2 goals and 8 points after just 2 games against Wicklow and Longford, although Paul Mannion and Paddy Andrews are also in top form this summer. The Laois goalkeeper is Graham Brodie. He's an excellent shot stopper, but he loves to solo outfield with the ball, sometimes as far as midfield. Keep an eye out for him. Mark Timmins is a top-class full-back and won an All-Ireland minor medal in 2003. Darren Strong and Gareth Dillon are now in the corners. Colin Beckley's performance at centre-back will be crucial today for Laois, as will the displays of his wingmen Trevor Collins and Finbar Crowley. John O'Loughlin and Kieran Lillis will face their biggest and toughest challenge in the middle of the field in 2018. For Laois to have any hope, they must win this centre-field battle. Paul Kingston will wear number 11 and will lead the Laois attack on the 40, but the Laois manager John Sucru has a tendency to transfer him occasionally to the full forward line. His older brother Donny Kingston is actually the full forward on the team. There is a surprise that Ross Munnelly didn't get any one of the corner forward jerseys. That honour falls to Evan O'Carroll and Damien O'Connor. Dublin are going for 8 Leinster titles.
Financially backing the whole GAA in Leinster, without the dubs and the numbers that turn up, all the coaches that have been poured into all the other counties wouldn't have
anyway,
jobs.
look, the bottom line, Michael, is it might be a one-sided game. It probably will be a one-sided game. But at the same time, one has to admire the quality of this Dublin team. Sit back, enjoy the quality of their attacking football. No matter how and hopefully, look, Laois have come a long way. They were relegated last year, dumped out of the championship by 14 points by...
Laois haven't beaten Dublin in 15 years. The 2000 only losing that Leinster, losing out in 2010 when Meath came in.
And so far, they were 10 points down against Wexford in the first game, came back. This is their 4th game in Leinster. The players of the likes of Donny and Paul Kingston, they're big physical men. They might cause Dublin full back line a bit of problems, but certainly it'll be Dublin is my team fancy today.
And away we go. Leinster football final is underway. How will the Division 4 team fare against the best team in the land? And Dublin goes straight into the attack from the throw-in, cut like a knife through butter right through the centre of the Laois defence. And only for Graham Brodie, it would have been an early score. Good save.
Yeah, and Michael Dara broke it down to Brian Fenton, who played a lovely ball into Conor Callaghan, and Graham Brodie is a very good goalkeeper. And a good save there, but...
The Dublin challenge. Kick out for Graham Brodie. Andrews. Turning around, laying it back to Eric Lowndes once again. Dublin send out a clear signal. Coming from centre half back is James McCarthy. Backfires Paddy, switching from one wing to the other. Still Mannion getting past the first challenge. Floating this one in. Free is quickly taken. Here on RT1. We hope that you're going to enjoy this Leinster football final, or indeed anywhere around the world. As Donald Kingston gets the first ball in, and the goalkeeper responds. I think Ballyboden St Enda's combining with Ballymun-Kickham's. Paddy Andrews from another famous club, St Bridget's. Surely that was a free for Dublin. Referee says play on. They have the advantage in terms of the possession. Eric Lowndes floating one in to test out the Laois defence, and it's a touch and it's a goal. Kieran Kilkenny hovering around the edge of the square. Graham Brodie denied the Dublin team a goal in the opening seconds in fact, but he could do nothing about this.
Yeah, great ball in there by Eric Lowndes. He seems to find himself an awful lot of space, and Kieran Kilkenny showed great strength and a great finish. But Dublin right now, it's a full...
Will try and repeat the dose. This time he's going for a score himself. Gets off the post. Ball is wide.
Yeah.
Dillon is with him. Burst of speed by Mannion. Giving it inside. Towards centre half forward, Conor Callaghan. Lovely scale. He's got inside the cover. Brodie had to be alert. Second save by the keeper. And away he goes for the return pass. Runs on nicely for Evan O'Carroll. The referee. Back outside for Kieran Kilkenny. Dean Rock tried to go straight through. He was stopped. Top scorer for Dublin, Dean Rock. 2 goals and 8 points going in. Laois tried to settle with an early score. Alan Farrell is available. Farrell is going for it. He hits it well. That's a great score. Laois are up and running in the Leinster final after 7 minutes of play.
Yeah, very important score there, and great score from distance from Alan Farrell. I've seen inside, Donny Buck like Stephen Cluxton.
Gathered by the captain of the day, Johnny Cooper. Collins. Here's the long ball. It's just a little bit
Poor execution.
difficult. The linesman, rather the umpire, has conceded that is a 45.
Yeah, and really it's the quality of the ball.
Evan O'Carroll going to take this for Laois. Cretillard, just 24 years of age, played for UCD this year. Oh, he's hit it really well. He's dropping under the crossbar. Evan Comerford deals with it. And the space has opened up in front of him. He's turning in, took a slight deflection. Easy for Graham Brodie. Lillis. Father, of course, Mick Lillis is the former Clare and Laois footballer, former Laois manager. Come forward with gusto and determination. Damien O'Connor laying it off. Over for is Alan Farrell. Colin Begley. Diagonal ball, which isn't bad at all. Oh, well gathered. Well, almost, but the referee saw that there was a push. But that's free from Arliss Killeen. He was only 17 years of age when he first appeared in a Laois Senior Championship jersey back in 2008. White flag raised for the second time for the Midlanders.
Yes, and
Johnny Cooper. Goal scorer Kieran Kilkenny. Making an incisive run is Conor Callaghan. Decides to use Dean Rock instead. Queuing up outside the Laois 40. Curls to the right and wide for Dublin's third wide of the game.
yeah, and they'll be disappointed with the start. They had plenty of.
Darren Strong made an angle for himself and floating this one across the face of the goal and wide. Well, after target is John O'Loughlin. Knocked down to his midfield partner Kieran Lillis. Free is given. Carrying it forward was Damien O'Connor. There's one man up. It's Tony Kingston.
Wins in Leinster Championship has been very organised and very confident.
Graham Brodie started the move. Paul Kingston just couldn't reach it. Ball rebounds. Should be a Laois man that gathers it. Alan Farrell does well. Referee insisting that it is a free. Side. Nice turn. Good shot. Great point.
Yeah, and we've talked about that tactic. Donny Kingston certainly has the height advantage over Philly McMahon. That's the first good ball that went into him and a great score.
Evan Comerford playing it short. You just sense that not alone the Laois footballers, but Laois County seems to be growing in confidence.
Yeah, they are growing in confidence. The players are doing very well. It's been 8 minutes since Dublin have scored. Certainly they're struggling, have some good opportunities.
Here comes Evan O'Carroll. Difficult angle. It's floating in. Oh, isn't that far away at all. First wide. Paul Mannion now. Sudden change of gear. A little bit of pressure. Out comes Graham Brodie. Some of the decision making for Dublin isn't the best, and it's certainly what they're doing isn't working at the moment. This is Graham Brodie. He's now gone past midfield. He's now in the Dublin half of the field. It's now 10 minutes since Dublin scored. goalkeeper just going back, strolling back to the goalkeeping spot, gets a touch. Diagonal ball is a good one. It's that man, Donny Kingston. It's sneaking inside the left-hand post and over the bar. There is a potential match winner, Dizzy, in Donny Kingston here.
Absolutely. Came across him. Chris Conway had him in Knockbeg in schools match, and physically he's a massive man. Great target man, and well able to kick a point as well.
4 in a row now from Laois. Running here by Kieran Kilkenny, getting inside the cover, about to pull the trigger. Turns around and takes his point.
Yeah, and the part of the game that really has improved this year is his scoring ability. 1-11 before today's game, and a good point to settle down Dublin.
Smashing score by Donny Kingston. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah, no, and I said that before. They've played 3 games: Wexford, Westmeath.
Just miscuing his shot. Well, Dean Rock looking at the various options. Goes short as Paddy Andrews. His opposite number, Damien O'Connor, staying with him. Acting as that sweeper. Kieran Kilkenny. Coming through the centre is Scully. Inside the large rectangle. Is there the penalty? It is.
Opinion Barry Cassidy was right on it. A great run in there by Niall Scully, and booked as well for his troubles.
Facing Graham Brodie from Portlaoise, and he's driven it wide. Pose problems. Good lay off to Dean Rock, and again the ball is wide. This free just outside the Dublin 45-metre line.
Right now.
Evan O'Carroll going to take this free. Has the height, has the distance, doesn't have the accuracy. 5 Leinster championships. 2016, they remember him well in Laois. He scored a goal and 10 points. Twice an All-Star, 2016 and 2017. Facing into Hill 16. Never really connected properly. You knew smashing ball, the turn. And that he kind of rushed his shot. Just to the right of the posts. Just inside the verge of the D here. Is to stretch Dublin's lead. White flag will be raised again. Dean Rock gets coming through. Is Alan Farrell. What's he going to do? He's going to go for it. And it's over the bar. It could have been a lot more, to be honest.
Yeah, he was bearing down on goal. There was certainly an opportunity to get a goal. Great pass in there by Evan O'Carroll. Took the safe option. There's certainly a goal opportunity there.
Let's be honest. Brian Fenton has been doing a lot of scoring in the earlier rounds. 1-3 against Wicklow, 4 points against Longford. Here's Kieran Kilkenny, who's already scored a three.
I think he's saying he stuck out his foot there, and he did stick out his foot. Yeah, Trevor Collins stuck out his foot, and that man James McCarthy driving forward, he's such an important.
Dean Rock will take the opportunity to raise another score. Is doing well, as is this man, Donny Kingston. Just didn't quite hold on to it. Brian Fenton. Kieran Kilkenny is the one man that's posing problems for Laois. The pressure. And he's still there. Switched from the Hogan to the Cusack stand.
He played a lot of his football outfield for Laois in the half forward, for Fort Laois in the half.
45, nice skill, nice balance, good shot, but the ball is wide.
Connor, James McCarthy is getting forward more and more, and this pressure that Dublin apply.
That has a little bit too much power, too much energy.
Yeah, and a poor off one.
9 wide of the man.
Laois, in fairness, you would have to say, they have a good intensity in their tackle. They're doing well back there. They've plenty.
He's deadly from here. He floats it in. Oh, good save by Graham Brodie. It was cheeky. Very cheeky from Conor Callahan. He spotted that the goalkeeper was off his line. Just watch him here. Decided to try and lob him.
Yeah, Graham Brodie went long on the kick out, very quickly turned over, and the ball was back into Conor Callahan. Graham Brodie is an excellent goalkeeper, and he'd be happy to fist that one over the bar.
A space to go forward. Floats one in. Good goalkeeping again by Graham Brodie. Remember that sunshine is beaming into his eyes, and away he goes. He gives the pass, and then he goes for the return. Didn't get it this time. He's still out in the middle of the field. Paul Kingston turns. Looking for the brother, perhaps. Gives it for his Evan O'Carroll. Paul Kingston is...
Yes, that man, Johnny Cooper.
Johnny Kingston going to take this. Scored 1-6 against Wexford. A point against Westmeath. 2 against Carlow. For a number of seasons has been their top scorer. This is a crucial one. Is it inside or outside? I'm afraid it's outside from a Laois perspective.
Yeah.
Kieran Kilkenny's goal in the 4th minute seemed to set the stall out, but Laois, to their great credit, with a huge crowd. I don't know if there's anybody back at home in part of Laois. Half-time score, Dublin 1 goal and 8 points. Laois 5 points. Analysis right after the break.
Of the game. So Dublin are ahead. Colin O'Rourke.
At left half back, left corner back, so more speed, as the lads were saying, more problems for Laois.
Yeah, Jack McCaffrey really is going more on the bench that want to get in as well.
Footballer of the Year 2015, Young Footballer of the Year 2013, and when you look at that Dublin squad, you see Keane O'Sullivan, Kevin McMenamin all waiting for 15, are now leading by 1-8 to 5 points. Let's see what happens in the second period. As Michael Dara McCauley lays it off as Johnny Cooper, and the man who scored that goal after just almost 4 minutes of play, Kieran Kilkenny. His contribution and his role in this Dublin team is so important. His fullback Mark Timmins going for the score. Can he curl it in? It sneaks inside the post. Did it? No, the referee agrees with the umpire. They're going for a Hawkeye.
Yeah,
it was pretty close.
Yeah, it looked good. It was curling in all the time, but a great long ball down the pitch there by Mark Timmins. And the boys said it at half-time about kicking the ball long. They've 27 foot pass in the first half. Laois, and it's very unusual for a team. There's an awful lot of hand passing, but they're playing with a great style of play today.
Point here would be a huge bonus. The crowd respond. Call comes up. Kieran Lillis gets his first point in this Leinster final.
Yeah, and that man
free down the other end. And these are the tight decisions that sometimes favours the team in control.
Yeah, well, I think
an absolutely magnificent day. If you are abroad, let me tell you that the weather forecasts suggesting we're going to have a heat wave until about today week, which is wonderful. Dean Rock scores his 5th point of the game.
Yeah, normal service resumed for Dean Rock. Very important to get that
off. The very fast-moving Trevor Collins. He too goes for the return. Back out from his Tony Kingston. Good crossfield ball. Good control as well by Evan O'Carroll. Steadies, shoots. Fails to get the last part of that. Laying it off. Kieran Kilkenny. Panel were saying, I was surprised Dean Rock didn't take the penalty, Des.
Yeah, I would imagine that they have talked about it, that both players are equally adept, but Dean must have said that Paul Mannion is the man kicking them well in training, probably took it, but this is another fantastic score there. It's such an important thing to the free taker, his reliability.
Himself available is Donny Kingston. Trying to get inside the cover. One man gone. Goes for the shot. Straight at Evan Comerford.
And on look
15, the other of course being wing-back Brian Howard. Paddy Andrews makes an angle for himself and glides the ball over the bar.
Yeah, and there's a couple of instances where Laois were in good positions, prominent positions, got nothing out of it, and then straight down the pitch, and Dublin finished with a score.
The gap between, nicely picked up by Evan O'Carroll. He's aiming for Big Donny, the edge of the square, and they all fall down. Philly doesn't agree with
that. His hands out, but Donny was probably playing for a free, and that it dragged him down to the ground.
But it goes to show again, though.
Pretty well, and Dublin in the full back line under a high ball are vulnerable.
This is his 4th point in the Leinster final. Donny Kingston is the man. Turn gets away from Alan Farrell rather easily. Getting a 1-2 with Michael Dara. Back outside. Ends up with Paddy Andrews. And Johnny Cooper, who was part of the process at the very beginning. Jack McCaffrey, look at this, look at the speed, look at the balance, look at what he's done. Oh, great save. Ball is rebounding out and out for a 45. Oh my word. What a sequence, what speed by Jack McCaffrey. But what a... Dead straight in front of the post, going to be taken by Dean Rock. Hits it well, never in any doubt.
They're excellent.
Age next month. Ireland minor medalist in 2012, and as Des says, I'm sure a little bit frustrated that he's not getting more game time, but he'll have an opportunity to shine here. John O'Loughlin knocking it back for his Tony Kingston, who's rambling out around the middle of the field now to try and gather possession. I'm not too sure if that's a good game plan, because to me a long ball at the edge of the square seems to be the winning formula. John O'Loughlin again. Paul Kingston. He moved into full forward against Westmeath. Scored 3-2. It's very much what's required here, I think, as well. Colin Begley. Spent a bit of time with Australian rules football. John O'Loughlin's available in the middle. Alan Farrell just spotted out of his rear view mirror that there was somebody coming towards him. Half blocked. Still the rebound falls to the Laois man. That's Kieran Lillis. And the referee gives him the free. First year on the panel, came on against Wexford and indeed started against Westmeath. Tony hits this with what? A little bit of space has opened up in front of him. Still Michael Dara McCauley heading towards goal. Laois aware of the danger now. Giving it back outside. Chance here for Cormac Costello, and that is over the bar.
The crowd there, Marty, they're frustrated with the ref. I think there was a free in for Laois. It wasn't given.
Costello is determined to make an impression. Back outside. Point on its way. Duly delivered.
Yeah, great play there by Kieran Kilkenny. Started the move initially when he played the ball out to Dean Rock. It just gives you the level of support from Kieran Kilkenny. Never gives up on a run. Great play by Cormac Costello and a nice finish by Kieran Kilkenny. He's in service. He's the ultimate pro. I've talked to managers that had him. He says he's an incredible guy to manage. He's so well mannered, so good at finishing as well, and such a fabulous player over the years.
John O'Loughlin was the first to react to that breaking ball. Good play. The final decision just a little bit poor. Deep Laois territory at the moment. Good crossfield ball over for Niall Scully. Combining with Paul Mannion. Shoots off his left and over the bar.
Yeah, and this is what Dublin do to overpower a team, and loads of options, and Paul Mannion is going back to basic, thinking of taking the simple score.
Kick out from Graham Brodie. Seeks and finds Damien O'Connor.
Giving the ball to Dean, laid it back. Paul Mannion got on it, Con O'Callaghan. Very difficult to mark that.
Good score from Kieran Kilkenny. Just looking at the Laois goalkeeper, it seems that he's picked up a knock, but he's still on his... Cormac Costello that's coming in. The umpires look at each other, and the referee...
Cormac Costello has his hand up looking for a point, and
going to Hawkeye. That's the indication from the referee. Inside the post. That's going to be a thaw.
That's the second point, and you can see the linesman, I think, picked up on it. Very Barry Cassidy's gone over to deal with it, but it's right in front of the linesman just as the ball was played away. You can see it here. Evan O'Carroll gets it, the free is given, then he comes in, just gets a bit high.
Referee Barry Cassidy is having a word with John Small. Let's see what the colour of the card will be here. It's a straight red.
Yeah, he came in late. I'm not sure if it's a straight red, but you can see him, he was dragging him down there. He comes in across. There's no need to put the arm in, and he did put the arm in, so. And right in front of the linesman. You can see it there. You can see it there, like, and right in front of the linesman, so.
Go in pursuit of a score here. David Holland back over for his Trevor Collins. Ross Munnelly gets a touch, as does John O'Loughlin. Alan Farrell. Ball sent in by Munnelly, and up goes Brian Howard. He was stopped the first time, and he stopped the second time by a different goalkeeper. Good save by Owen Kill.
Yeah, great play there. Kieran Kilkenny set him off. Jack McCaffrey is electrifying pace again. Great opportunity, and another good save there by Owen Kill.
Ross Munnelly, so involved, played against the opposition that was provided in the opening 2 rounds for Laois. That was Dublin have dominated this second period, second half. Dean Rock turning inside, and that's over the bar. Good score.
Yeah, great score by Dean Rock there. Great ball in with Paul Mannion, but Dean Rock took the contact, turned on the right foot, and a great finish. It's part of his game that's improved as the years have gone on. You see Jack McCaffrey there, and straight at the goalie. He'd be disappointed. It's probably an area of the game. If he gets these opportunities, he should be finishing them, and Dublin will be disappointed with this aspect of the game today.
Hill 16, and certainly today they saluted the 48 people who died in that awful incident. They're on the attack. Gary Walsh inside, easy ball for himself to shoot a score, and that is over the bar. Means that all 6 Dublin forwards have now scored.
Yeah, but you can see how they're keeping an awful lot of width in it. It's keeping the game wide open and hugging the sidelines like that.
No doubt in this second half as Dublin take control. The amount of substitutes being introduced by Jim Gavin shows that he wants to try and keep the edge in terms of competition for places. Brian Fenton is hovering, waiting to see who is going to make himself a Dublin playing keep ball in front of the Cusack stand. Johnny Cooper. Kieran Kilkenny again. Hitting it with conviction and raising another white flag.
Out of the tackle there, and that shows the strength of his upper body to take the ball at pace, but he's been relentless today. He hasn't stopped running.
Try and bring down that scoreline to some degree of respectability. This is Brian Glenn laying it back. Coming across is Paul Kingston, John O'Loughlin, Donny Kingston, turning inside, and it's an easy ball. Cormac Costello going for another point and getting it. It's his third.
Yeah, very patient play.
It was wide.
Yeah, there's 23 minutes now.
Skill, opportunity here, and it's kicked over the bar. Good play by Laois.
Yeah, and that's the one thing you'd have to say about Laois. They've stayed true to their game plan. They've kicked an immense amount of long balls into their forwards. They've got a reasonable amount of joy out of it, but
points for Cormac Costello. The Whitehall Cullen Kills man has certainly
main players, Kieran Kilkenny.
16 in 2014. That reduces down that lead. 27 points to 8 now, to 9 rather.
Yeah, Gary Walsh is, as you said, top scorer in Division 4. Lost his place for the league final and hasn't started.
Sending it to the wrong side of the post. 4 out of 5. Opportunity presented itself for Benny Carrick. And again, that is going over the bar. This time off the boot of Gary Walsh.
Yeah, good play.
Score on its way. Brian Fenton shoots, and the white flag will be raised.